Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Victoria if you're new here. Hello, nice to meet you. I have a short little stretchy feel-good flow for maybe when you're bloating or cramping on your period, or maybe you've just eaten too much. That is a totally valid reason to do this flow as well. If you are ready, let's roll out your mat and get started. So we're going to start on our backs. We're just going to ease into it because, again, I totally understand what it feels like to not want to move, even though it would benefit me. So you're just going to hug your knees in. And you're just going to kind of close your eyes. You can rock side to side. You can even move your knees in a circle if you would like, if it feels good. But I find that the pressure applied to the uterus area can really help relieve some of that nasty feeling. You can hang here. Hopefully you can find a bit of a lateral breath, breathing deeper and slower, starting to slow your breathing down. And then when you're ready, you're going to open your eyes. I'm going to set your foot down one at a time, finding about a hip width distance between those legs, and your arms are just going to be by your side. So let's do some hip curls. This is a really good way to sort of just mobilize the lower belly area. I find it really helps with bloating. So you're going to push that tailbone against the mat as you cup your pelvis, and you're sending it up, peeling your spine up off the mat until you're about on your shoulder blades, one long line from knee to your chest. And then you're gonna slowly come back down, melting your spine bone by bone, starting with the ribs, the mid-back, going down into your lumbar, keeping that tuck of that tailbone, and then you're gonna release it, refinding that neutral pelvis and spine alignment. So exhaling to send your hips up. Try to move slower than usual as well. Really, really feel that articulation of each bone. You're gonna inhale at the top and then exhale to slowly come down. Let's just do a few more like this at your own pace. Try to go a little bit slower than you normally would. Just so you can give that lower belly like a little bit more of a stretch than in your normal hip curl. Let's do one more. You can even close your eyes if it feels good. I've been closing my eyes for the past minute, didn't realize. Melting all the way back. And then when you've finished up, you're just going to return your pelvis and spine to neutral. Open your eyes. You're going to bring your arms up towards the ceiling, reaching towards the ceiling, palms facing your knees. And then one leg at a time, you're going to bring your legs into this double knee fold, keeping just about a hip width distance apart. So let's start with some toe taps. Keeping this 90-degree angle in your leg, moving from the hip, you're just going to lower your left toes towards the mat only as far as you can without losing that neutral pelvis and spine. So it might not touch the ground, and that's okay. And then you're going to bring it back, again, moving from that hip flexor back into that knee fold. Right toes come down. We're alternating legs and feet. The core is turning on to support that, and then you're going to bring all the way back. Inhaling to lower, exhaling to come up. Let's do the last one on the right side. And then we're gonna bring our arms into the movement. So as you lower your left toes, your right arm is going to sweep back towards the head. Your arm is in line with your ears. And then you're going to bring your knee back, hand also comes back. And again, alternating sides, right toes come down, left arm reaches back. Really using that core, the back of the ribs to stay in contact with the mat, and then you're bringing everything back up. It's just turning on that core just a little bit, moving nice and slow. Again, try really hard not to rush through any of these exercises. Let's just do one more on each side. And then when you're done, you're going to clasp your hands behind your head, elbows come into your peripherals. And then your legs are gonna stay in double knee fold, but you're gonna put them together. So when you're ready, you're going to come up into a curl up, and then you're gonna come down. Exhale to find that curl up, looking between the other thighs. Inhale to come down. And do 2 more like this. Really gentle massage and movement. Last one. You're gonna hold yourself up in that curl up and bring your hands behind the thighs. We're gonna do some single leg stretch. So you're going to move your hands behind your right leg, and then you're gonna extend your legs out long while staying in this curl up. And then you're gonna pull your right knee in twice, and then you're gonna switch, catching the left thigh with your hands. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. We're not here for long. Let's just do 3, 2, 1, breathing however you want. And then you're going to bring your knees back into the fold. Hands go back behind the thighs once more, and then you're gonna slowly curl down. Hands come to the side, and you're gonna bring one foot down at a time. Nice. So let's just do some windshield wipers with the legs, just to give that lower back a bit of a stretch, give the uterus area a bit of a stretch. It should feel really, really nice for cramps. You can even set your arms out just a little bit wider so you have more room. You can also set your feet wider as well, just to deepen that stretch into your back, if that feels good. But anything that feels good, just follow your heart. Just do a few more of these. And then when you're ready, you're going to roll over to the side and come onto your belly. This in of itself should feel pretty good for the belly, just having some weight and pressure on it. And you're just going to clasp your hands behind your back and just settle it on your tailbone. Your feet are out long and parallel, your forehead on the mat. You're going to swipe your head up to lift your head, your neck, your shoulders, and you're going to pull your hands back towards your feet to help you lift in that chest. And you're going to slowly come all the way back down. Ribs first, chest, and then forehead. So you're finding that chest expansion. Again, exhaling to come up. Arms lift and reach back, back, back to help you find a little bit more of that height, that stretch, and then you're going to slowly come back on an inhale. Let's just do a few more like this. Keeping that chin tucked. Back of the neck feeling a nice long stretch too. One last one. Chest and collarbone shining forward. And then when you've done your last one, you're going to place your hands on the mat and just push yourself back into a child's pose to give yourself a nice, well-deserved little rest, little counter stretch. Maybe do a bit of a wiggle, a little bit of a dance, if that feels nice. And then you're going to come forward into all fours. Finding your wrists beneath your shoulders, knees beneath your hips. That pelvis and spine in neutral, if you can find it, and the back of your neck and head reaching towards the ceiling. So let's just start with some cat and cows. Belly button goes to the spine, your tailbone rounds and your chin tucks in. And then you come the other way. Tailbone pops up, belly button to the mat, chest opens, looking up forwards. And then you're just gonna alternate directions. Enjoying that nice stretch in your spine and in your chest. Let's do one more. The next time you're going to find that cat rounding that back, and you're going to sit on your heels, hands still in contact with the mat. So you're in this sort of rest position. On an exhale, you're going to lead with your chest as you come forward onto your all fours again into that cow position. And then you're going to round that spine into cat as you send your hips, your buttocks back on your heels. So sliding through into that cow position and then rounding that back all the way into that seated resting position. Let's just do 2 more in this direction. Or this sequence really. 1. And then when you're back in this seated position, we're going to reverse it. So you're going to round your back forwards into all fours, into that cat position. And then you're going to drop belly button to the mat as you send your tailbone back, finding a collar chest expansion. Then you're gonna round to come forward. And then find that cow position as you're sitting back. Let's just do 2 more like this. Going nice and slow. Keeping a slight bend in that elbow so you're not locking. 1. And then you're just going to settle in that rest position, forehead to the mat, just for a few moments. And then when you're ready, you're just going to roll up into that seated kneeling position. And then you were all finished. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. I know you probably did not want to move at all, but the fact is you did it and you finished it, and I'm so, so proud of you. And I really hope that you feel much better after doing this. But please take care of yourself, and I will see you next time.